This here is not a charging device, and yes, you thought it when you saw it at first. In fact, it's logical, I would have thought the same thing. But it is actually a hard drive. What? You don't believe me? Well, yes, it is a hard drive, with the peculiarity that it is also compatible with MagSafe, so you will be able to magnetize it to any device that has that functionality. Of course, the size is also very striking given how small it is, and it promises to have a speed of 2000 megabytes per second, which is very fast. I've been doing tests to see if this is true or not, and if we can reach these transfer speeds. So if you want to see all the features of this device, how it is used, and if it is true that we can reach 2000 megabytes per second, you know what to do. Stay here on TechGround. Well, let's get started. As always, we'll start with the unboxing. In this case, the unboxing couldn't be quicker or easier. We find a fairly simple white box that indicates at the top that it is a 1 terabyte model. There are several models available on the website: 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, and 4 terabytes. This is the most basic version of all. It's from the brand AIFFRO, and specifically the P10 model. On the bottom it states that it can reach 2000 megabytes per second, which is what I mentioned earlier that I have been testing on different devices to see if this is true or not, and if we can reach these speeds. Opening the box, we find our hard drive, which is very small, and inside we only have 2 cables. Both cables are double USB-C. One is completely straight and the other has a hook shape, which will allow us to connect it to our mobile phone. According to the brand, this model is compatible with Android devices, with iPhones, Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck, and many other devices. But for iPhones, they say it is only compatible with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. However, in the box, as I mentioned, there are only the double-ended cables. So if you want to connect it to your iPhone 15 Pro, you will have to buy a separate cable. Keep in mind that the cable that you use for charging is very likely not to work because you will need a special cable for data transfer. And above all, it must be a good cable if you want to use higher transfer speeds. That said, in this case I am testing it with a Pixel 8 Pro. The Pixel 8 Pro does not have MagSafe natively, but I have put on a case that makes it compatible. This case allows you to connect a wireless battery right here on the back, or in this case, this hard drive, which you can attach to the back, making it very easy to use. You just connect it, and that's it. There's no need for any configuration or installation, absolutely nothing. You connect it, the phone detects it, and you can use it now to transfer data, copy data, or save images directly or whatever just by connecting it right there on your phone. It is very focused on the MagSafe feature so that you can attach it to the back of your device, but it is still a regular hard drive. It's just particularly small. But with this, I mean that you can use it to connect it to your computer without any problem, just like your usual hard drive. Now, let's talk about speeds. As you saw, the box promises us 2000 megabytes per second, so I have done various tests. I did a first test on this Pixel 8 Pro. I moved a folder that had 6 gigabytes in it, consisting of videos weighing 6 gigabytes to the hard drive. So according to my timer, this took exactly 38 seconds. I have done some calculations here, and this translates to a transfer speed of about 160 megabytes per second. This is well below the 2000 megabytes, but we have to keep in mind that we are on a mobile device, and I don't think it is too crazy for a 6 gigabyte transfer to happen in 38 seconds. 160 megabytes per second is not bad, although it is far below what they had promised, alright? This is not the most optimal device, so I did a similar test connecting it to a Mac and transferred a folder that was about 15 gigabytes, I think. Transferring this 15 gigabyte folder to the hard drive took about 15 seconds, which gives us about 1020 megabytes per second. This is still well below the 2000 megabytes, but really it is not a slow speed at all. Keep in mind that I do not have the best MacBook in the world. Well, it was one of the best in its day, but it is now 5 or 6 years old, so it doesn't have the best possible hard drive or the best processor, meaning the conditions for the transfer are not the most optimal. Still, bear in mind that a speed of 1000 megabytes per second is not a bad result. Well, there's not much more to say. The device is what it is. I liked it quite a lot. I seems to be one of those innovative products that are very cool. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but there are 3 versions: 1 terabyte, 2 TB and 4TB, with prices of €139 for the 1TB version, €234 for the 2TB version, and €514 for the 4TB version. These prices do not seem particularly outrageous to me. Yes, they are somewhat more expensive than a normal SSD, but they do offer that differentiating aspect, especially the size. They are very, very small, and they are compatible with MagSafe. So that's it, guys. Down in the description I'll leave the links if you want to check them out. And as I always say, I want to read your opinions in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think of this video, what you think of this gadget. I am reading and responding to all of you in every video. So I'll see you below. See you next time. Bye.